Before you let anyone close to you again, listen carefully. What I'm about to share might completely change how you think about your body, your pleasure, and your worth as a woman over 50. For far too long, women have been taught to stay quiet, to tolerate discomfort, and to believe that desire fades with age. But that silence has cost so many their confidence, their connection, and their joy. It's time to unlearn those lies. As women, our bodies evolve with time. Hormones shift, emotions deepen, and sensitivity changes. Yet, too often, we're told to see those changes as loss, when in truth, they're a transformation. Your body is not failing you, it's simply asking to be understood again. The first step is awareness, learning how to listen to what your body is trying to say, rather than pushing through the discomfort or shame. Let's start with something deeply important, the silent struggle that many women over 50 face. You might still love your partner, still feel that emotional closeness, but something about intimacy feels different. Maybe it's dryness, discomfort, or just not feeling in the mood the way you used to. You may feel guilty, confused, or even a little broken. But you're not broken, you're simply changing. When estrogen levels decline, the tissues inside the body become thinner, more delicate, and sometimes drier. These are natural biological shifts. They don't mean you've lost your spark, they mean your body is asking for a gentler kind of care. And beyond the physical, these changes can affect how you see yourself. When intimacy becomes uncomfortable, many women start to pull away. You might find yourself questioning your desirability, your confidence, even your sense of femininity. But let me say this clearly, your worth has nothing to do with your age or your hormones. That spark inside you never disappears, it just needs a little encouragement to return. Now, one of the biggest misunderstandings between men and women in this stage of life isn't about love, it's about awareness. Most men care deeply. They want to please their partners, to connect, to be close. But they don't always understand what's happening inside a woman's body after 50. They might think your hesitation means rejection, when in reality, your body simply needs more time, tenderness, and safety to feel open again. Safety is the foundation of female desire. When a woman feels truly seen and emotionally secure, her body responds naturally. That's not just emotional, it's biological. As hormones shift, blood flow slows and natural moisture may decrease, but the body is still capable of incredible pleasure when given the right environment. It's not about speed or performance anymore. It's about connection, patience, and presence. Many women I've spoken to describe feeling as though their bodies have changed in ways their partners can't understand. But when you guide them gently, when you communicate what feels good and what doesn't, something magical happens. Intimacy deepens. It transforms from an act into a shared experience of trust and discovery. And understanding your own body is where it all begins. Many women whisper questions about whether what they're feeling is normal. They worry that dryness or changes in sensation mean something is wrong. But those fluids and signals from your body are natural, they're your body's way of communicating its needs. They help protect you, balance you, and keep you comfortable. When hormone levels drop, that balance shifts, and the solution isn't shame or avoidance, it's care. Simple habits like staying hydrated, eating nutrient-rich foods, and using gentle moisturizers designed for intimate skin can make a world of difference. The more you understand your body, the more you realize how beautifully designed it is, how capable it still is of feeling, connecting, and healing. You begin to move from frustration to compassion, from guilt to curiosity. And once that shift happens, the entire experience of intimacy changes. Because here's the truth, your body's responses are not a sign that you've lost something. They're signs that your body still wants connection, but in a different way. It's asking for slower rhythms, softer touch, deeper emotional safety, and a kind of presence that feels real and grounded. For too long, society has treated aging as the end of passion, when in reality, it's often the beginning of the most meaningful kind of intimacy you can experience, one rooted not in performance, but in emotional connection and mutual understanding. So, if you've ever felt distant from your own body, know this, nothing is wrong with you. You are not alone. You are simply entering a new phase of self-discovery, one that can bring not just comfort, but joy and confidence back into your life. In the next part, we'll talk about how to communicate these needs without shame, how to feel safe in your body again, and how to rediscover passion in a way that feels authentic, empowering, and full of life. Because this chapter of your story isn't about loss, it's about rediscovery. Let's continue where we left off, with the truth that your body is not your enemy. It's your lifelong companion, and it's still capable of deep pleasure, connection, and healing. But to fully rediscover that connection, communication becomes key. So many women struggle to talk about intimacy, even with partners they've been with for decades. You might worry about hurting their feelings or being misunderstood, so you stay silent, hoping things will somehow get better. But silence doesn't protect love, it creates distance. Real intimacy begins when you can talk openly, with kindness and honesty, about what you need. Start simply. You don't have to make it awkward or confrontational. Say things like, "I love being close to you, but it feels better when we slow down," or, "Can we try something softer tonight?" Gentle words invite curiosity instead of defensiveness. Remember, most men don't want to cause pain, they just don't know what you're feeling until you tell them. And when you open that door with love instead of frustration, something beautiful happens. You start rediscovering each other all over again. Beyond communication, feeling safe in your body is essential. Safety isn't just physical, it's emotional and mental too. When you know your body is healthy, when you understand how to care for it, you carry confidence into every intimate moment. That confidence allows you to relax, to let go, and to truly enjoy being in the moment. Many women over 50 have told me they avoid intimacy out of fear of pain, fear of infection, fear of not being enough. But the truth is, most of those fears can be eased with a little knowledge and gentle self-care. Your natural fluids are not something to hide or be ashamed of, they are your body's defense system, keeping things balanced and protected. If you notice changes like dryness, irritation, or unusual odor, it's not a sign of failure, it's your body's way of asking for attention. Addressing those signs early, with compassion instead of shame, can restore both comfort and confidence. And if you find yourself dating again later in life, remember that safety and honesty go hand in hand. It's not awkward to talk about health or testing, it's empowering. When you both know where you stand, it replaces fear with trust. That's when true intimacy becomes possible, when you can be fully present, without worry or hesitation. Here's something powerful to remember: when your body feels safe, your desire naturally returns. Pleasure doesn't fade with age, it simply evolves. It becomes more intentional, more emotional, and often more fulfilling. Women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond can experience some of the most profound intimacy of their lives because they finally know what they want, and they're no longer afraid to ask for it. There's a beautiful shift that happens when you stop trying to get back what you used to feel and instead learn to explore what feels good now. A slower rhythm, a gentler pace, deeper breathing, more eye contact. These small changes awaken your body in powerful ways. It's not about performance. It's about presence. One simple nightly ritual can help reconnect you with your body. Take 5 minutes before bed for yourself. Place a warm cloth on your lower belly, breathe deeply, and let that warmth relax your muscles. Then drink a glass of water. Hydration supports vaginal health. Finally, use a touch of natural oil, like vitamin E or coconut oil, to gently massage the outer skin around your pelvis. This isn't about arousal, it's about nurturing. It tells your body, you are cared for. You are safe. Over time, this simple act can awaken sensitivity, improve circulation, and help you feel more alive again. And that's the real secret: when you treat your body with kindness, it responds with grace. When you honor your needs instead of ignoring them, your confidence grows. You start walking differently, smiling more, radiating a quiet power that no wrinkle can hide. You've spent decades giving to others, your family, your work, your responsibilities. But this part of your life is about giving back to yourself. You've earned the right to feel beautiful, desired, and whole. Your story isn't ending, it's deepening. So tonight, when you look in the mirror, see not just your reflection, but your journey. a woman who has endured, evolved, and learned to love herself through every season of change. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are exactly where you're meant to be, stepping into a new chapter filled with confidence, passion, and self-respect. Because real pleasure doesn't belong to the young, it belongs to the aware. And when you finally understand your body, listen to it, and care for it, you don't just rediscover desire, you rediscover yourself.